Good morning. Uh, we have discussed centroids problems so far. So I have already solved all different types of problems in the previous class, and one example I had already dictated in the previous class. Same example, just we go through that now. So this previous example I already given you, but we have not solved it. The same problem we solved today. I discussed so many points in the previous class. So here we have to find out the centroid of the shaded figure. Okay, he has not given the origin, and now when he has not given the origin, we have to select the origin. I told you the extreme left corner is taken as the origin. So this point I take it as the origin, x-axis, and this is y-axis. It's very, very important. So now, as I have already discussed there, it is containing 4 figures: rectangle, semicircle, quarter circle, other triangle. The question that has been asked here is, we have determined the centroid of the shaded portion. That means here semicircle and the quarter circle, they are not shaded, but they are included in the rectangle. So what we should do? Rectangle minus semicircle minus quarter circle plus triangle. The same figure I have drawn in the previous one. Okay, same figure I draw it now. First I take rectangle. Rectangle as number 1, semicircle as number 2, quarter circle as number 3, triangle as number 4. So what I will write? First I write rectangle, figure 1. I draw x and y axis. I write the origin, 10 meter, 9 meter, 9 meter, and 10 meter. Centroid will be at this point. This I have repeated in many of my previous class. The x1 and this is y1. Okay. So I have written x-axis, y-axis. Okay. For each and every figure we have to draw. Otherwise, I told you problem will go wrong. So then what I write here is, I write A1. So 10 into 9. That you can write meters. X1, half of this 5 meter, Y1, half of 9, that is 4.5 meters. Okay. So that I told you whatever the things I have repeated in the previous class. So you must remember, and what you should do, as I have told you many times, you should take down the problem, close the notebook and work it out and check your answer. Okay. So that is how you have to study. Only looking to the video and not working the problem, that is not going to help. So what you should do, whatever the problem that has been discussed, I have already sent you the notes also. So look to my videos, what I have explained there. Take down that problem, close the notebook, work it out, check whether getting the answer or not. If you are not getting, you will understand where you are going wrong. So this is the figure 1. Then I write figure 2. Figure 2 is semicircle. Here it is, I have to write x and y axis, same thing I write here. Semicircle. So this is the origin point, 9 meter. So this is 4 meter. So diameter is 4, the radius r is equal to 2 meter. Okay. So this is 9 meter. And I told you centroid will be at this point, this value 4r upon 3 pi. Origin is here. If you measure, this will be x1 parallel to this. This will be x2. So this is y2. So that you have to mark correctly. Any small mistake, problem will go wrong. So then what I write? A2 pi r square by 2. So pi into 2 square. So much meter square, that is area. x2, this is x2 parallel to x axis, that is the radius. So this is equal to this, that is the radius, 2 meter, pi 2. So from here it is 4r upon 3 pi, but from the origin you have to measure parallel to y axis. So this is by 2, total is 9 meter, 9 minus 4r upon 3 pi. Nine minus 4 into 2 divided by 3 pi. From that you will get by 2. So I told you, whatever the things you are marking, you have to mark correctly. Any small mistake, problem will go wrong. You should be very, very careful. Then I come to the figure 3, quarter circle. Figure 3, once again I write x and y axis. I told you, if you don't write, problem will go wrong. Quarter circle. So this is the quarter circle from where the figure is drawn. So the radius is 3 meter, that I mark. So this is 3 meter. So this total is 10 meter, that I mark. I told you centroid will be at this point. From here 4r upon 3 pi. From here also this is 4r upon 3 pi. So then what will be your x2? What will be your x3? So this is our x3. Very, very important. From here 4r upon 3 pi, total is 10. This is x3. So this is same thing, parallel to y axis. So this is y3. For right here, A3 is pi r square by 4. Why 4? Because it is a quarter circle, 1/4 of a circle. If I mark here, so pi into r square, c square. So from that you get A3. Then I write x3, very, very important. X3 is here. Total is 10 meter, 10 minus 4r upon 3 pi. So 10 minus 4r upon 3 pi. Put the value, you will get the value of x3. Okay, r is 3 meter. I told you, r is 3 meter. Okay, either you write small or it doesn't matter. So then y3. Y3 is this parallel to y axis. Origin is here. Origin is here, parallel to y axis. That is 4r upon 3 pi. From that, you will be able to get the respective values of x3 as well as y3. So, what is the important point you must remember here is whenever you are marking corresponding values x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, as I repeatedly many times, you have to write the x and y axis correctly, and with respect to that origin, you have to mark respective values of x1, x2, x3 correctly. Otherwise, I told you, problem will go wrong. So then, I come to the figure 4. Figure 4 is a triangle. Same, this is figure 4, triangle. I draw the figure here, x and y axis. You have to draw the figure along with x and y axis. This I told you many times. So this value, this to this is 10 meter, this is 3 meter. Total height, this is 6 plus 3. So this is the origin point. Height of the triangle is 6 meter. Right here, A4, half of base into height, half of 3 into 6. X4, I told you. So this is 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees. So then you have to mark the centroid correctly. I told you this is the tip. From the tip, it is measuring 2/3. From the base, it is measuring 1/3. Similarly, from the tip, measuring 2/3. From the base, it is 1/3. So I mark the centroid first. Centroid will be at this point. Okay. So this is this value. This is x4. Now look here. So this is 10 meter. 10 plus 1/3 of 3. 10 plus 1/3 of 3. That will be x4. And what is y4? Origin is here. So this is the value of y4. How I do this? Total is 9 meter. So this is 6 meter. This to this is 6 meter. So this is 1/3 of 6. From here 2/3 of 6. But total is 9. 9 minus 1/3 of 6. That will be your y4. So what you must remember here is total is 9. But y4 is we are measuring from the x axis from this to this. So this is y4. How to get this? This I know. 1/3 of total is 6. 1/3 of 6. So 9 minus 1/3 of 6. That is your y4. That I write here. So 9 minus 1/3 of 6. Okay. So this is the way how we find out the respective values correctly. And I will tell you, whenever you are writing the respective figures, you have to mark the values correctly. If you don't mark the values correctly, problem will go wrong. So you should be very, very careful. So any small mistake, problem may go wrong. So you should be very careful. So I have written here the same figure I have drawn in the previous class, but we have not solved that. But now here, what you must remember here is, as I repeatedly told you, semicircle and quarter circle, they are not shaded. When they are not shaded, I told you have to deduct. Okay, how you have to deduct? Okay, I told you number 2 and number 3. Figure number 2 and figure number 3, they are not shaded. When they are not shaded, I told you have to write minus sign in the, when you write x bar and y bar, that I write the value. If I write here x bar is equal to, if I write the value, x bar is equal to a1 x1, it is plus. So minus A2 x2 minus A3 x3 plus A4 x4. So why I am writing like this? I told you, when I take a rectangle, these together they will come, but they are not shaded. When I come to semicircle, it is not shaded. I have to write with the minus sign. Similarly, when I come to the quarter circle, it is not shaded. I have to write with the minus sign. Triangle is shaded. I have to write with the plus sign. Similarly, divided by A1 minus A2 minus A3 plus A4. So you have to write the values correctly. So any small mistake, the problem will go wrong, and you should be very careful and calm. Otherwise, problem will go wrong. Similarly, if I write the value for y bar, A1 y1 once again minus A2 y2 minus A3 y3 plus A4 y4 divided by A1 minus A2 minus A3 plus A4. So now, as we are writing for minus sign for A1, similarly you have to write for y bar also. Okay. So A1 y1 minus A2 y2 minus A3 y3 plus A4 y4 divided by A1 minus A2 minus A3 plus A4. So these are the values for corresponding with x bar as well as y bar. So whatever the values you have got, A1 x1, that you have to write here. Similarly A2 x2 like that. Similarly A1 y1. So corresponding values you have to put here. You get the value for x bar as well as y bar. So then what is the value for x bar? I write here. X bar I am getting right here. X bar is equal to 5.54 meter after putting the value. Y bar is equal to 4.76. X bar is equal to 5.54. Y bar is equal to 4.76 meter. That is after putting the respective values for A1 x1, A2 x2, A3 x3, A4 x4. Similarly A1 y1, A2 y2, A3 y3, A4 y4 corresponding values. So this is the way how we solve the problem. And what you must remember, as I have repeatedly told you, when you have not mentioned the x and y axis, you have to choose the x and y axis. Okay. If you have mentioned the x and y axis, then you are not supposed to choose it. Okay. In the present example, he has not mentioned x and y axis. That is why I have taken O as the origin, extreme left corner, and then x and y axis. So with respect to x and y axis, I have drawn all the four figures: figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, and figure 4. Then it is the respective values. Then I put the equation for x bar and y bar. Then I got these values. So what you must do, as I have repeatedly told you many times, you must take down the problem, close the notebook, yourself work it out, see whether you are getting the answer or not. If you get the answer, that means you have understood. If you have not got the answer, you see where you are going wrong. So that is how you have to learn it. Only reading you will not understand. You should take down the problem, sit on the table, take down the problem, close the notebook, work out that problem. Okay, when you work out yourself, so then only you will be able to understand where you are going on. Only by reading you will not understand. Yourself should work out on a sheet of paper, then only you will learn it. Okay, so let me come to the next example. I read the example here. Determine the centroid of the shaded portion shown in the figure with respect to given x and y axis. So you must first read the data correctly, and with respect to that data you have to work out the problem. Okay, first I draw the figure here, then I repeat once again. This is the origin point. As given here, determine the centroid of the shaded portion, with respect to given x and y axis. Okay, so when you are given x and y axis, so we cannot choose our x and y axis. Whatever the x and y axis is given, only with that respect to that axis only you have to find out. So now, as I mentioned in my previous example, one of the examples, you can see here, triangle is on the left side of x-axis, whereas these two figures on the right side. So so you should be very careful to look to the figure here. So once you see the figure which is shaded, which is not shaded, and which figure on the right side, which figure on the left side, or top or bottom. So now triangle we have to see is on left side of x-axis. So this is the origin point, x-axis, y-axis. So this is 10 here. So this is the radius of a quarter circle like this. That means this center has drawn the quarter circle. This 100 here, so this will be 100. So this I have to mark this value. This will be 100 because this is center from this quarter circle is drawn 100. So radius of semicircle is diameter is 100, whereas radius will be at this point will be 50. So this you should be, first of all you must look to the dimensions correctly, because any small mistake problem will go wrong. You have to look to the dimensions correctly, so then you have to go ahead with the problem. So then what I will do, as I mentioned earlier, I draw separate x and y axis for each and every figure. It is containing three figures: triangle, quarter circle, as well as semicircle. Okay, I write here quarter circle as number 1, semicircle as number 2, and triangle as number 3. Okay, anything you write 1, 2, 3, it doesn't matter. Okay, but now semicircle is not shaded. That means we have to deduct that. That means if you look to the figure here, quarter circle I have written as number 1, semicircle as number 2, and triangle as number 3. So then when I write my equation, how I write an equation for x bar? X bar is equal to a1x1 minus a2x2 plus a3x3. Okay, why minus a2x2? Because semicircle is not shaded. This I have already told you. And plus a3x3, it will add plus sign only. Okay, even left side that I come later. Plus a3x3, the a1 minus a2 plus a. Similarly, y bar is equal to a1 y1 minus a2 y2 plus a3 y3 divided by a1 minus a2 plus a3. So let me draw the figures separately. First, write figure number 1. Figure number 1. As I told you, it is a quarter circle. I draw the figure along with x and y axis. So this is the origin point, and this is x axis, and this is y axis. I told you the quarter circle is, the radius is r 100, that I mark here. Origin point, I told you centroid will be at this point. So this is x1 and this is y1. Okay. If I write here a1 pi r square by 4, so pi into 100 square over 4, because quarter circle. x1 is 4r upon 3 pi, origin is here. x2 4r upon 3 pi. Once again y1 is 4r upon 3 pi. I write here 4r divided by 3 pi. So this is 4 into 100 divided by 3 pi. Similarly, y1 is also 4r upon 3 pi, 4 into 100 divided by 3 pi. So that you must have to write correctly. I have already given you the chart. Go through the chart and you must remember that table correctly so that you will not commit any mistake. So this is figure number 1. Then I write figure number 2. Figure number 2, that is semicircle. Once again I write x and y axis. Semicircle, I have told you from this point I will draw a line. Centroid will be at this point G. So this is 4 upon 3 pi. So this is the origin. Okay. So this is the radius. So r is equal to 50 mm, because diameter is 100. So then this will be our x2 from the origin. So this is our x2 and this is our y2. So if I write here a2 pi r square by 2, because it is a semicircle. So pi into 50 square upon 2, then x2 is equal to radius, that is equal to r, that is equal to 50 mm this side. Then y2, this is y2. I told origin, from the origin we are marking here, that is 4r upon 3 pi. So 4 into 50 upon 3 pi. So I told you, you have to mark the origin correctly, the respective values of x2, y2 correctly. Once you mark the values correctly, from the origin you have to measure so that problem will not go wrong. So then I come to the third figure. That is a triangle. Figure 3. Triangle. So this is 100 mm, height is also 100. So this is 90 degrees. So what you must remember is triangle is on the left side of x-axis at near minus x. This is very, very important. Any small mistake, problem will go wrong. Similar type problem I had taken in the previous one, just to go through that. So then centroid will be at this point. Okay, from the tip it is 2/3, from the base it is 1/3. Similarly, from base 1/3, so this is the origin point. So this will be x3 and this is y3. Then if I write here a3, half of base into height, half of 100 into 100, 100 into 100, okay. x3, look here, I told you, origin point is here. From the origin you have to measure, center is here. From here it is 1/3, from here it is, from the tip it is 2/3. 1/3 of 100 with a negative sign. Why? Because it is on the left side of x-axis. So minus 1/3 of 100. This is minus sign is very important. I told you in the figure left side of x-axis you have to write the minus sign. And why 1/3 of 100? Because from here it is 1/3, from here it is 2/3. Similarly y3, I told you from the base it is once again 1/3, from the tip it is 2/3. Height 100, so 1/3 of 100. 1/3 of 100 with positive sign. Why? Because it is on the upward side of y-axis. The figure is coming on the downward side, then you have to write with the negative sign. So I have already mentioned in the previous class, whenever you write x and y axis, if the figure is in the right side of x-axis, you have positive x component. If the figure is left side of x-axis, you get a negative x component. Similarly, if the figure is on the upper sides of origin, you get positive y. The figure lower side of the origin, that you get is a negative sign. So that this point I have already made it clear in the previous classes. Just go through that. So then what I have done here is I calculated a1 x1 y1, a2 x2 y2, and a3 x3 as well as y3 because it contains 3 figures. Then when I write an equation for x bar is equal to a1 x1 minus a2 x2. Why? Because semicircle is not shaded. Minus a2 x2 plus a3 x3 because triangle is shaded, divided by a1 minus a2 plus a3. Similarly, to go for y bar, same, okay, a1 y1 minus a2 y2 because semicircle is not shaded, plus a3 y3, triangle is shaded, divided by a1 minus a2 plus a3. So this, after writing the values, you have to write these equations correctly. If these equations are not written correctly, and once again the problem will go wrong. I have already told you semicircle is not shaded. Since it is not shaded, we are writing with the minus a2 x2, once plus a3 x3, once again a1 minus a2 plus a3 because semicircle is not shaded. Similarly for y bar, a1 y1 minus a2 y2 because semicircle is not shaded, plus a3 y3 upon a1 minus a2 plus a3. Then you have to put the respective values of here x1, x2, x3 and also a1, a2, a3. Similarly y1, y2, y3. So if you put the values, you will get the equation for x bar. I tell you what is the value of x bar and what is the value after putting the value. X bar, I write the value. X bar we are getting minus 3.32. Y bar we are getting 46.67. millimeters. See now, x bar you have got minus 3.32. Don't think that it is wrong. Many times you get coordinates with the minus sign. Okay. Every time don't think you get only both x bar and y bar with a positive sign. Many times you get a x bar you may get negative, y bar also you may get negative. It depends on where the figure is there, whether left side or right side. And even if you get a negative answer, it is okay. Don't think that you have got a wrong answer. Okay. So x bar is minus 3.32 millimeter and y bar is 46.67. So this is the way how you have to work out the problem correctly. I have whatever the things I have told you. Things I have told you means you have to write separate x and y axis along with the origin for each and every figure. Okay. If you don't draw that, then all equations will go wrong. Okay. So you should be careful, and then you have to write correct equation for x bar as well as y bar. Once you write that, then you get the final values. So you should do, whenever you are working, you should do be very calm. In a hurry, if you do hurry, the problem will go wrong. So next I come to the next example. So let me read the example here first. Okay, find the centroid. Find the centroid of the shaded portion with respect to given x and y axis. Once again I told you, he has given the x and y axis. We cannot choose our x and y axis. Let me draw the figure here, and I repeat the problem once again. So this is the figure, whatever the figure that is given here. So now, as I repeated it informed you, he has given the x and y axis. You cannot choose your x and y axis. Okay. So when he has given x and y axis, with respect to that only you have to find out the centroid. Now, here he has given you, find out the centroid of the shaded portion with respect to given x and y axis. Now, quarter circle is shaded, but this part means if you take this as a square, this is 30 here, this will be 30, this will be 30. That means it is a square having a side 30. Okay. So now this is the quarter circle, but this is not shaded. Remaining part of the quarter circle is shaded. So how you should work it out? So this is one quarter circle plus square minus remaining quarter circle. So you will be get the area of the shaded portion. That means I told you it is the quarter circle having a radius r30. Second figure, this is r is equal to 30. If you take it here, this will be 30 and this will be 30. That means it is a square having a side of 30. Then this part is shaded. That means remaining part of the quarter circle is shaded. Then how we should work it out? If you take it as figure 1 plus figure 2 minus figure 3. Okay. From that you will be able to get x bar as well as y bar. So you should be very careful. Any small mistakes, problem will go wrong. Okay. So now just I give the values for this one. This you try in the home. Okay. So this is the first figure, square is the second figure, minus quarter circle, that is third figure. Okay. I give the values of x bar and y bar. .56 millimeter and y bar is 11.5 11.43 millimeter. Okay. So this you try in home. Let us see. Okay. You can work it out on the board, but you try some problems. You work out the problems. You will get the answer. If you don't get the answer, come and discuss with me. Okay. So this is done. I will use some of the problems. Let us see how many of you do it. Okay. So next one is determine the centroid of the shaded portion given, shaded portion of the figure given. Okay. Just me draw the figure first. Once I draw the figure, so then you will understand. Look here. So this is a problem that what you are supposed to solve. So now he has given you find the centroid of the shaded portion. Okay. Now you see this is a triangle, whereas semicircle, rectangle and square, they are not shaded. So if you look to the figure here, if I draw a line exactly here, it is symmetrical about y-axis. That means whatever the figure on the left side, same figure getting on the right side. So this is, I told you in the beginning only, first of all you have to look to the axis of symmetry. Okay. Once you do axis of symmetry, you have to determine you have to write the correct values. Since the given figure is symmetrical about y-axis, so directly I write x bar is equal to 0 and y bar. When x bar is 0, I should take this as y-axis. I should take this as y-axis, this as the x-axis, and this is the origin point. This is x-axis. So this is y-axis. Then I write x bar is equal to 0. So from the origin, you have to find out only a1 y1, a2 y2, a3 y3, a4 y4 divided by a1 minus a2 minus a3 minus a4. If I take the triangle as number 1, semicircle as number 2, rectangle as number 3, and square as number 4. Square as number 4. So then you have to, if I take fully triangle, everything will come in picture. So then how I write here? Y bar. y bar is equal to a1 y1 corresponding to triangle minus a2 y2 because semicircle is not shaded, rectangle is not shaded, a3 y3, circle is not shaded, minus a4 y4 divided by a1 minus a2 minus a3 minus a4. This is the way how we have to write. Why minus a2, a3, a4? Because they are not shaded. Okay. When I take a triangle into picture, the whole triangle will come in picture, but the remaining three parts they are not shaded. You have to write. And then x bar is already 0. So you have to corresponding values. You have to write a1, that is area of triangle. A2 is area of semicircle. So semicircle is, look here, this height is given 40. That means radius is 40. Radius is 40. So this is 40 here. So r is equal to 40. Height is given is equal to this. 40 means, so a2 you can calculate, that is pi r square by 2. Then this is the origin point. You have to find out y1, 4r upon 3 pi. That you can write. Then origin point is very, very important. Next a2, area of rectangle. This is 40, this is 60. 40 into 60. Center will be exactly at this point, half of 40. But from the origin you have to measure 40 plus 40 plus 20. You should be very careful. Like origin is very, very important. For every figure, you should draw the origin x and y axis so that problem will not go wrong. So then, from the origin if I measure here, so this is 40 plus 40, 80, 80 plus 20. That will be y2. Similarly, that is y3. So then you see my similar last circle, pi r square, area is pi r square. What is the diameter is given? This is 40. That means radius will be 20, half of this. Center will be at this point. Okay, pi r square, that is will be your a4. What is y4? This is centroid. Okay, this is 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 20. Exact half of this. That will be your y4. I repeat once again: 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 20. That will be the y4. Similarly, you can calculate a1, a2, a3. Put the values. I tell you what is y bar. That just to try in the home. Y bar we are getting 78.83. So this is the way how we have to try. So what if you do? Whatever the problems I had given here, okay, just you try in the home. So once you try in the home, you will be able to understand. Okay, only thing is once you practice, you have to practice it. Okay, only looking to the video, you will not able to. You will only able to understand how to solve the problem. But to make yourself perfect, take down the sheet of paper, take down the problem, and work out yourself. Once you work out, then only you will be able to understand. Let me give the last problem here. This also we can try in the home. Here just I read the problem. Determine the centroid of the shaded portion. Okay, I draw the figure here. Okay. So once again, so these all dimensions are in millimeter. So if you look to the figure here, okay, I told you. So what is the difference between, so this example, that example? It is symmetrical about x-axis. The previous figure symmetrical about y-axis. There is a direct x bar 0, y bar. I mean symmetrical about x-axis because whatever the figure, if I draw a horizontal line, whatever figure at the top, same figure I get at the bottom. Symmetrical x-axis. Therefore, y bar is 0. X bar you have to find. X bar means this rectangle minus semicircle plus triangle. Okay. We write as rectangle number 1, semicircle as number 2, triangle as number 3. Then what I write here? A1 x1 minus A2 x2 plus A3 x3 divided by A1 minus A2 plus A3. Okay? Why A2? Because it is not shaded. So then, after calculation, I just give the value. You just try in the home. X bar, I am getting 195.79. Pi bar is 0. So this is the way how we should work it out. So go through all the problems, whatever the problems are given in the home, you try it. I had already given the answer also. If you try, so then you will be able to understand correctly. Otherwise, if you don't try, only reading is not going to help you. Okay? So you have to yourself you have to work out the problem, whatever the problems are given you. So this make you sufficient for you to completely make the centroid perfectly. So this completes your centroid chapter. You go through all SWA question papers. You will be able to work out any type of problem. You have to apply your mind correctly. Okay. So we stop here, and further things we take in the next class.